What's up, y'all? It's TY Nata. We're about to react to this killing 3 people over a Facebook post. Let's get right to it. Y'all subscribe and like.
So you go into hiding and they release your mugshot online. That's a normal police procedure when they're after someone in order to alert
Why
the
he do
public.
that?
Then, someone you've known for years decided to share that
Weirdo.
image on their profile, which, as you could imagine, would make the person on the run pretty upset. However, at that point, your best bet is to stay hidden or possibly lawyer up and turn yourself in.
Right.
But what about if you instead drive to the house of the person who reshared your image and mutilate and kill their entire family? That's not a rational response to finding out you're wanted, but Jeremy Arrington wasn't thinking rationally on the afternoon of November 5th, 2016. He saw a Facebook post that made him furious, and instead of taking a breath and thinking through what came next, he picked up a gun, drove to a home in Newark, and walked inside. What happened in that apartment over the next 90 minutes was so savage that the judge who sentenced him said it may have been the worst thing he had ever seen in his entire legal career.
So what the hell was the Facebook post about? Like, tell us about the Facebook post.
Jeremy Arrington was a 26-year-old man from Newark, New Jersey. Newark, New Jersey has long been one of the most violent cities in the United States.
That's the trenches.
Sitting just across the river from New York City. It's a place where poverty, gang activity, and gun violence have defined entire neighborhoods for decades.
That's
in 2016, the year this story takes place, Newark recorded 101 homicides, the highest number the city had seen in years. Mayor Ras Baraka had declared a public safety emergency. Police were stretched thin. It was into that environment that Jeremy Arrington grew up, racked up 10 arrests, and built the kind of criminal record that made what happened next feel almost inevitable. He had been in and out of the correctional system since 2006, about 10 arrests in 10 years, 4 felony convictions, and 3 separate cases already pending against him by the time November 2016 came around. One of those cases was brand new, a shooting case. A week before he would commit the worst crime of his career, Arrington had been indicted for aggravated assault and sexual assault from a completely separate incident. He was wanted. Newark police were trying to track him down and had gone public with his name and face.
Man sentenced to 375 years for triple murder.
And someone who knew Arrington, someone who had known him for years actually, saw that police alert and shared it on Facebook. That person was Asia Whitehurst, a 29-year-old mother of 2 kids, a 7-year-old girl named Ariel, and an 11-year-old boy named Al Jahan.
So she saw him, that he was wanted, shared the post, and he went and killed her and her kids? That's crazy.
Lived in an apartment on the 100 block of Hedden Terrace in Newark, in a home that belonged to her mother, Vanessa Karam. Arrington saw the reshare. He knew where Asia lived, and rather than understand that a Facebook post was not the reason his name was in the news, he decided that the problem was that Asia had exposed him. She had put a target on him by pressing share on a police alert. So he got his gun and he went to Hedden Terrace.
Wow.
It was a Saturday afternoon.
It's like, if you know somebody who's wanted, you probably should just like, don't even share it, just mind your business. If you could see him, out and about, maybe give an anonymous tip. But she was doing something to like help the society and the community by sharing it, and he went and killed that lady. Like, you shouldn't have did what you did anyway, boy. Like, she wouldn't have had nothing to share if you wasn't out here being a fucking cancer to the fucking world. Like,
The family had eaten breakfast together that morning, a normal start to a weekend. By the time Arrington arrived, there were 9 people in the apartment. Asia Whitehurst was there along with her children, Ariel and Al Jahan. Asia's younger sister, Bilkis Karam, was there with her 13-year-old twin siblings, Assad and Asiya. Asiya's friend, Taekwana McGee, was visiting. A 14-year-old cousin named Shailia Ryan was also in the apartment. And Bilkis' college friend, Ciacia McBurrows, had come over to hang out. The two were friends from New Jersey City University and co-workers at Amazon. McBurrows had dreams of becoming a teacher for children with special needs. She had no idea who Jeremy Arrington was, and he had no idea who she was. She was just there. Arrington arrived at around 3:55 in the afternoon wearing a ski mask and carrying a loaded handgun. He broke into the apartment, but 3 people managed to get out before he could stop them. 2 children and 1 adult, but that left 6 people trapped inside with him. He ordered them all to the floor and zip-tied their hands behind their backs. Then he started—
He looked crazy as shit. Like, bro, what is wrong with you? You good, man? What the fuck is wrong with you?
moving through the apartment with kitchen knives. What followed lasted approximately 90 minutes. Arrington went from person to person, stabbing them, then came back and stabbed them again. Prosecutors described it as him treating the apartment like an amusement park, going room to room, causing as much pain as he possibly could. Bilquis Karam, Ariel and Al Jahone's aunt, was one of the people tied up on the floor. She later testified about hearing her 7-year-old niece Ariel screaming from the bathroom as Arrington stabbed her. She said the screaming went on for a while. Then it stopped.
This is some sick ass. You stabbed that little girl?
You good, man?
Like, this is some sick shit. I know when he went to prison, they probably did the worst to this man. They had to.
She also described the moment Arrington put his gun directly into her mouth. She later told the court, "I cannot unsee that. I want to unsee that. He really should have killed me that day." Ariel Little Whitehurst died from her stab wounds. Her 11-year-old brother, Al Jahon Whitehurst, also died from his. The two children were taken to University Hospital in Newark and pronounced dead.
Crazy.
Asia McBurrows, who had nothing to do with any of this, who didn't even know Arrington, reportedly begged for her life. Arrington shot her in the head anyway. She was pronounced dead at the scene. She was 23 years old and close to finishing her degree. The other 3 survivors, Asia Whitehurst and the 13-year-old twins, Assad and Asiya, were saved by emergency medical personnel.
Oh, the kids
who
didn't
arrived
die.
after
Okay, that's
getting a
good.
call from a 14-year-old girl with autism who had managed to escape the attack, find a closet, and call for help from her phone. That call is the reason anyone in that apartment lived. Without it, Arrington likely would have kept going until there was no one left. By the time police arrived, Arrington had already fled. They found the bodies, the surviving victims, the blood, and the zip ties. Newark Mayor
Crazy.
Ras Baraka called it one of the most tragic and savage things he had ever seen. Police put out a citywide alert, and on Sunday evening, November 6th, less than 24 hours after the murders, police found Arrington barricaded inside a house on the 200 block of Pomona Avenue, about a mile from Hedden Terrace. Shortly before 8 p.m., he
That's
told
good.
them he had a hostage inside. SWAT teams
hostage?
swarmed the building, and after a standoff, Arrington came out and gave himself up. There was no hostage. He had made the whole thing up. He was taken into custody just after 9 p.m. and hit with 3 counts of murder, 3 counts of attempted murder, and a pile of additional charges. Burglary.
I feel like for crimes like this, they should be able to like kill you on sight, on contact, if they want to. It should not be, oh, we're gonna give up. You give yourself up. We're gonna go through the court and let you live, and you do years in jail. No. They should be able to kill you right on sight for senseless crimes like this and other crimes.
Criminal restraint, and weapons offenses. His bail was set at $5 million. The case moved slowly. Arrington was found competent to stand trial in September 2019, 3 years after his arrest. Then the trial got delayed even further. He finally went to trial in February and March of 2022, more than 5 years after the murders. Over 10 days, the prosecution put 25 witnesses on the stand, including 9 experts, and presented forensic and DNA evidence. Arrington didn't testify. His lawyers had planned to argue insanity, that he wasn't
ain't
mentally
crazy.
responsible for what he did, but they couldn't find a single expert willing to take the stand and back that up. Without expert testimony, the judge threw the insanity defense out entirely before it could even
As
reach
she
the
should.
jury. Arrington's only real shot at avoiding conviction was gone because his own legal team couldn't find a doctor to support it. The jury deliberated for less than 2 hours. They convicted him on 27 of the 28 counts, letting him off on 1 attempted murder charge but finding him guilty on everything else, including all 3 murders.
Cook 'em.
On April 8, 2022, Judge Ronald Wigler sentenced Jeremy Arrington to 375 years in New Jersey State Prison.
Yep.
A life sentence under New Jersey law is 75 years, meaning he got 3 for 3 murders plus 3 consecutive 50-year sentences for the attempted
That's good.
murders. Before handing it down, Judge Wigler told Arrington he had committed perhaps the most horrific, heinous, cruel, and depraved murders this county has ever seen. Arrington read a short statement. He called what he did craziness and uncalled for, and said he'd switch places with his victims if he could. Under New Jersey's No Early Release Act, he has to serve 85% of his sentence before he can even apply for parole. That works out to 281 years. He will die in prison.
Exactly.
That he's even breathing makes me sick.
Right.
Sick to my stomach.
I agree.
I hope you rot in hell.
When he finally got a chance to speak, Arrington apologized.
Let's see what this weirdo said.
I'm sorry, and I hope and pray this situation never happens to you again or no one else. I'm sorry.
The family's unmoved like the judge.
Sorry is not enough. What do you mean you're sorry? You're not sorry. You're probably just sorry you got caught.
who then gave Arrington a sentence that'll ensure he never gets out.
You were hereby committed to the Commissioner of Department of Corrections for a term of life imprisonment.
Vanessa Karam, the grandmother whose apartment it was, stood up at sentencing and addressed the McBurrows family directly. She said she always tried to make guests feel welcome in her home, treated them better than family. She said she was sorry she could not protect Syesha. The McBurrows family called back that they loved her. They said it wasn't her fault. Syesha's mother told the court that her daughter's birthday fell that same week. She would have turned 29. What had always been a day of celebration had become a day of mourning. Syesha McBurrows was killed because she happened to be in the wrong apartment on the wrong Saturday afternoon, visiting a friend, doing nothing wrong, when a man who had known the family for years walked in and killed them over a Facebook post.
That's sad. That's sad. That man's crazy. He shouldn't even got a chance to talk. But what's your thoughts on this? My bad. What's your thoughts on this? Put it in the comment section, like the video, subscribe. I appreciate it. And I see y'all the next one.